Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
We're back. The Jake and Josh podcast has returned.
Wolfpack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here?
And now we do the sudden volume decrease.
Yeah, sudden volume decrease.
That worked.
We are back with the greatest entrance music in the history of professional wrestling.
Besides Goldust.
Besides
Just
Goldberg.
Was Goldust the first ever advocate for gay rights? How does that work?
And wrestling?
No, just
I thought
in
that was
general.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Whoa. Seizure.
Oh, yeah. The cream always rises to the top.
Okay, a Macho Man Randy Savage impression is not that hard to do.
Oh, yeah. Snap it to a Slim Jim.
Jake, this is episode 63.
Episode 63. We are 2 years away from being able to file for Social Security.
God. The first
Two
reference
episodes.
you've ever said that people get. Okay.
Yeah, 2 episodes. Yeah, well, I mean, at the rate we've been doing episodes lately, it will be 2 years before we get to episode 65.
Touche.
We've been terribly busy, really.
Yeah, it's that end of the year holiday dash to suddenly fall off the face of the earth so you don't have to buy people gifts.
Yeah, trying to ghost as many people as possible, including you all. I work in retail, so it's been insanely busy for me with African American Friday. Just recently passing us.
Did you know Native Americans also call it Black Friday, but for a different reason?
Yeah.
Sorry, morbid.
Yeah, because they all died.
And then Smallpox Saturday. Did you participate in No Nut November?
No, as you can tell, I did participate in No Shave November, though.
Ah, touche.
You can tell by the amount of pubic hair that is growing out of my face.
Touche. Okay.
Yeah, I should shave. I did something I've never done before, though. This entire month, I've had beard balm that I've been rubbing in my beard. It's like coconut oil and other shit to keep my hair and my pubic beard nice and smooth and.
What's the biggest
soft.
difference you notice?
That I am $22 poorer. It's the biggest difference.
Where'd you get it?
Sport Clips. I got my hair. I got the MVP treatment. And she's like, you mind if I?
Do you go to the one in Heartland Crossing?
Yes.
Okay. Short blonde girl?
Maybe. I don't even remember.
Oh, man. Okay.
It's already been like a fucking month since I got my haircut.
Yeah. I've been going there more frequently. Okay.
Got short-haired blonde girl.
Maybe.
So she was like, I'm gonna put some product in your hair, and I got some for your beard too, if you're okay with that. I was like, yeah, sure. So she they have this when you do the MVP, they wash your hair and they use this tea tree oil and mint shampoo, and it's the greatest thing. It's the greatest shampoo in the history of ever.
I mean, are you, not to sidebar, tea tree oil has so many uses.
I'm aware.
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot. It's very useful.
For how shitty tea is, the oil that comes out of the tree is the product we should be harvesting more.
The actual plant that produces marijuana, how useful it is. We've been using it for to get a shitty high and to make shitty bracelets for the last 50 years. We could be using it for so much more, like paper, hemp oil. We could probably
This is a weed advocacy podcast, by the way.
Yeah, it's new.
Starts with a wolf pack, ends with weed. Shit, there was something I was gonna say too. Speaking of drugs, completely random. Do you hear a noise?
Yeah, it's like a slightly rustling noise. Rustling, not wrestling.
You had wrestling on the brain.
I do. I don't know what it is.
I think it's gone.
It is gone.
God, that was annoying. Speaking of drugs,
Maybe it's my mustache hair tickling the microphone.
if it didn't have all that fucking tea tree oil on it.
If only. No. That stuff doesn't have tea tree oil in it. This is basically coconut oil and other shit that I don't know what it does.
I swear to God, we'll listen to this episode, but you said tea tree oil.
I said tea tree oil is in the shampoo that they use in your hair.
Oh, gotcha.
So they also have this this hair moisturizer that's tea tree oil and mint. So she put that in my hair, and that felt fantastic. And then she also put this beard balm on, rubbed it in my beard. And she was like, she asked me after, she's like, do you think you want to get any of this stuff? I was like, the beard stuff actually smells kind of nice. Felt kind of nice when you rubbed it in. So I was like, I'll get some of that, thinking, $10. So I get to the register to pay for my haircut and beard balm, and it's like $47. And I look at it, and it's like $21.99 for this little
a puck.
this little hockey puck of beard balm. I'm like, oh, so this is why hipsters are broke. But like I was already I didn't even pay attention. I just assumed that little hockey puck was going to be no more than like $10. So I'd already swiped my card before I actually looked at what was displaying on the till.
They basically used the drug dealer tactic of let you try a little bit.
I mean, there's a reason. It's a tried and true method of getting someone on board. There's a reason why Verizon.
If you believe in your product, you give a sample.
There's a reason why Verizon gives away free tablets. Boom.
Okay.
Really, any cell phone carrier. That's why any good service gives you a free trial.
Can I tell you something random before you introduce music?
Sure.
So I'm drinking a soda pop I got from Rally's, kind of close to your house.
You gotta eat.
I do. When I was in 2008, I lived with we'll call them
Dabe and Damber.
Dabe and Damber. Yeah, that's the only way we can spoonerism their names that start with vowels. And we went to this Rally's one day, and we all ate, and we got home, and for the next 2 days, it was just vomiting and diarrhea nonstop from all three of us. And there was only one bathroom in that house, and it was still the worst weekend of my life, I think. And so that was my first time back at that Rally's, and I do this thing where I blurt sometimes, and so I got to the speaker, and she was talking so fast. She's like, "Hi, welcome to Rally's." And I was like, "Yeah,
Does all your food have E. coli again?"
I was like, 9 years ago, I almost died of dysentery after eating at this place. And she was like, "I'm sorry?" And I was like, Can I get a medium, Mr. Pibb? I don't know why I fucking do that sometimes.
Yeah, I just want you to. I had to do a similar thing at a. So I take Vyvanse for adult ADHD, and it's even with my insurance, it's $45 for a 30-day supply.
Ooh.
And so
it's like a cable bill.
Yeah. My therapist, I don't see a therapist because I'm crazy. I see a therapist because she's the only doctor who would give me a prescription for Vyvanse. She also gave me this prescription card, and it's this discount thing that's made by whoever makes Vyvanse.
Does it have 10 sandwiches on it, and every time you get a refill, she punches one of the sandwiches?
Close.
Okay.
It's good for up to 12 months of, and it basically knocks my out-of-pocket cost down from $45 to $15 per prescription filled. But for whatever reason, the every time I go to use it, I'm supposed to give it to them once, and it's supposed to stick with my prescription until I get a new card or until it runs out, and then I just pay full price again.
Do you go to Walgreens?
I go to Walmart.
That's what I meant.
And so they've never had it set up to where it automatically registers that I have this discount card associated with it. So I have to redo it every single time. Normally, I only have to, I drop off my prescriptions. My therapist, she gives me 3. She gives me 3 scripts to drop off. They can't be filled after a certain date to prevent me from going and getting the prescription filled 3 times back to back at 3 different pharmacies. Like a drug abuser would do. Like a criminal.
Or a capitalist. You can sell 2 months' supply in 1 month.
I could probably make the street value of Vyvanse is pretty high.
Was it $5?
Probably closer to 10.
No way.
Dude, it's considered a prodrug, which means it's less likely to be abused because it doesn't get activated until it hits your small intestine. And so
that explains a lot.
You can't snort it. You can't it doesn't work if you shove it up your butthole. You have to
take this Vyvanse, Morty, and shove it way up in your butthole. Way up in your butthole, Morty.
It's sort of like a mega seed. And I've been taking it since March. I totally get why ADHD, Adderall, Vyvanse are considered performance enhancing drugs. Totally get it.
Yeah.
Such a level of focus. Now, I could imagine the way it helps me. I can imagine somebody who doesn't have any ADHD symptoms, and just taking it, it's definitely something that can be easily abused. Yes.
I'm gonna do that intermittently.
Perfect.
That means in between mittens.
Yes. But anyway, I did the same thing you did where you blurbed for no reason. I went to the I got the message saying that my prescription was ready, and I gave them my discount card like, "Hey, this is supposed to be with this. For whatever reason it's not." And she was like, for the first time I said, "Oh, you have to go where you drop off your prescription and give it to them there. I can't take it here." And I was like, literally every other time I come in here, they just go over to that computer right there, type this information in, reprint the shit for my prescription, and then bring it back to me.
When you have to tell the company how to do their job.
She's like, "Well, no, I can't do it here. You'll have to go to the drop off for the pharmacist." I'm like, okay, this is literally the first, like, I'm like, instead of like just walking over there, I'm like blurbing about every other time I've gotten the prescription filled. So I do that too.
And then okay, we do got to introduce music in a moment, but
we don't have to do anything. This is our show.
Do you want to not do music this
I don't
episode?
care. It doesn't matter.
Let's just roll with it. No music.
No, we can't put music.
Oh, yeah, because fucking Drop D is going to shit his pants if we don't.
I mean, he probably doesn't even, like, do you think he really cares that much about our show?
No, we haven't been on like 2 weeks.
Has he emailed us saying, "Hey, did you guys die or something?"
He basically played episode 62 once a week for 3 months. And then he thought maybe we drop dead. I know. Okay, hold on. Where is it?
He treated us like he basically just treated us like a Golden Girls marathon.
Which is funny you say that. My wife's on like season 3 watching that shit.
Golden Girls?
Yeah.
Man.
Which, dude.
Who's your favorite Golden Girl?
Sophie.
Blanche.
Blanche?
Blanche is
what
bae.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Blanche is bae.
Okay, but I love they have such, because you gotta think the show started, I think, in the late 80s.
Yeah.
They have such a dark sense of humor about death.
I know.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, that would be like borderline edgy now. How was that in the 80s?
Because it was a show about old ladies that could get away with it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's like, you know how, like, some of the shit that they've said on Family Guy or done or said on The Simpsons, you can't get away.
Because it's a cartoon.
Yeah, you couldn't get away with that if it was a live action show.
Dude, I could seriously talk about that topic for a while, because I also noticed, don't ask why, but for a while I had my good one. My profile picture on Facebook when Robin Williams died, it was the cartoon drawing someone did of Robin Williams hugging Janie.
Yeah.
And I just fucking left it for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And I noticed the frequency with which people shared my posts skyrocketed. I would have 4 or 5 shares. I mean, I say skyrocketed to 4 or 5, but normally
from 0.
Yeah. I mean, that's
1.
You can't even do that math because you can't divide by 0.
Right. It would.
That's an infinite increase. Anyways, but
exponential.
And then whenever my profile picture is like a picture of me, or now the picture of the podcast, because people are so used to that, like nothing.
Like, I don't know. Mine's still like, I feel like I get a decent amount from like just having
of shares.
The single. Well, I don't fucking post on Facebook.
I know.
I don't post shit on social media half the time anyway, so like it doesn't really matter.
I do like when you do. You typically do them in bunches. Yeah. The fucking, I'll never forget your night of ranting about Chuck Pagano.
That was like probably the funniest I've been for an entire evening in like a long time.
It was good. And it goes to prove, if you find the right premise, and in this case the premise was fuck Chuck.
Yeah, which is I think is a premise that pretty much anyone could run with.
Yeah, especially in this city.
But I don't know, it was just such an absurd premise, but it's also coupled with just a lot of absurd things.
Yep.
And I think that's my niche, is just saying absurd shit.
And you do a really good job too of, I feel like we're circle jerking now. You do a really good job of,
I thought that was the whole purpose of the show.
You do a really good job of
jerking you off, I know.
Repeating the same joke format and then changing it. Like the one time on here we were doing my dick is like a musket, and I ran out after like 2.
Yeah. And
you had like 7.
Yeah, that's the Vivance.
Good one.
All right, so now that we've hit a lull, we've hit our 15-minute lull. Now let's do music.
And or ads.
If we still get played in Australia or wherever undiscovered rockradio.com plays, which is anywhere with an internet connection. You're going to hear ads and then music and then the podcast, because it's been a while.
And then the end of the podcast, and then the silence that brings on your existential dread.
Or if you have autoplay set up, it'll just play the next episode of the podcast.
Yeah, in a month.
No, it'll play the previous episode.
God damn it, we're getting off track again.
If you use Pocket Cast, it'll just play whatever's next in your queue. You should have it set up to where it plays our podcast and then Kill Tony.
And if you don't use Pocket Casts,
You're a
shame
communist.
on you. Jesus, it's
If you don't,
so good.
You pay like $3.99 for Pocket Cast. It's worth it. If you don't use Pocket Cast, you're basically the reason why the federal government just passed the tax bill.
Too soon.
All right, here's ads or music.
Coming at you live from Building 7 in New York, it's the only show that always has its dick out for Harambe, making America okay again. It's the Jake and Josh Podcast.
Okay, we're back again. We didn't play the Wolfpack music this time because I don't want to get a cease and desist from Ted Turner.
God, could you imagine the lawyer that does an asset check on us and it's like, hey, you're not gonna get nothing, man.
Hey, do you? Yeah. The fat guy's got a house. It's not worth that much. The skinny one, he might be an Arab.
Dude,
might be something there.
But asset checks count your debt. I mean, even though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my house.
They're like, bro, he ain't got shit.
I have paid off 0.46% of my house.
Yeah, Ted, he's got the fat one's got kind of a nice computer you could take probably.
Seriously. Newly formatted hard drive.
Yeah. I mean,
too soon.
It's got a couple of 2-year-old graphic cards in it. Might be something there.
Wait, speaking of asset checks.
The thin one's got like a baby on the way.
Oh God, you can have that.
You can use him for we already know it's not a girl, so can't use it for collateral now.
Speaking of asset checks, I think if a lawyer did run an asset check on me, they'd find my new sous vide machine.
Oh shit.
God. So I have a buddy. It's actually the one I get Colts tickets from constantly.
Are you living Sous Vita Loca?
Oh my God, that was fucking good. Okay,
Wrong
whatever.
one.
Sorry.
Joel Berg.
Fuck, I love Joel Berg. Okay. Did I tell you Kill Tony hasn't been on for like 2 weeks now?
Yeah, I just hit the I'm like the week before from in August where he didn't have an episode because Tony was in New York filming an episode for a TV show.
God damn. They got to quit doing that shit.
I'm almost caught
up. Or
do
do it without Tony.
No, could you imagine? The only person who could feasibly host that show in his place would be Jeremiah, but they'd get like fucking Red Band to host it.
Yeah, Red Band would be the worst.
I fucking hate Red Band.
It'd be like, are you ticklish? To every single person.
What's your favorite category of porn?
So my buddy that I always get Colts tickets from, got a sous vide like 6 months ago, and he kept telling me about it because at the time we worked together. I'm like, whatever. And then I went to this one guy's house, and my buddy brought a sous vide brisket. Now I worked in a barbecue restaurant for 1.5 years. I think I know decent brisket.
I think I know mediocre brisket when
Humble
I see
brag. The only thing is it's not smoked, so it is different.
Yeah.
It was the most tender, perfectly cooked brisket of my life. And so finally I'm like, the fuck is a sous vide machine? You vacuum seal food, typically meat, but you can't do veggies. Somehow you can do soup, but I don't understand that one.
Just fucking make soup.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you probably just make soup and put the sous vide machine in it.
And it gets the...
I would hope like potatoes and carrots don't get stuck in it.
No. This is what I imagine. This is what you do. You fill the container with water, and then you fill your sealable container with the soup ingredients.
Like what will be in the soup?
Yeah. And then you let that cook, and then you just cut the bag open. Like when you let your goldfish acclimate to the new tank before you cut
good
open the
comparison. Speaking of goldfish, why the fuck
are they always smiling? I know. They are the snack that smiles back.
No, I was going to say, why do places like Walmart and Meijer still sell fish?
I don't know.
They need to stop. Every time I go into Meijer...
Because PetSmart's too bougie.
No, people need to quit buying fish. And actually, people don't buy fish. Every time I go to
They kill fish.
Every time I go to the new Meijer by my house, it's this big grand building. It's still pretty because people
It's
haven't
the
gone there
biggest
enough.
fucking Meijer I've ever
It's
seen in my
the
life.
best. And then you go in the back and there's 600 dead fish. And you're like, and you watch the employee that makes $7.25 an hour scoop the fish out and take them in the back like they're going to do a fish barrel, but he just throws them in the fucking trash probably.
Oh, they fucking
Flush them down the toilet.
They fry them up and put them in their knockoff Gorton's Fisherman fish sticks basket.
God, you can tell you have kids. You know the fish stick brands.
He doesn't eat fish sticks. He's a chicken nugget guy.
Ooh, so you like fish sticks?
Yeah, I love fish sticks. Specifically, Aldi has a brand of like frozen chicken like product. They have chicken fries. He fucking loves those.
That's interesting.
It's like they're good. I haven't tried frying them yet because he's fucking 2.5.
Yeah.
And he can eat them out of the microwave like like I did when I was a kid. But anyway, it's comparable to like Burger King's chicken fries, but like
I thought you said they were good. Just kidding.
I think they're better because there's not as much breading. Like, it's got a better breading to meat ratio than the Burger King chicken fries. Burger King chicken fries have too much breading.
Man. How do we start with a sous vide and end with Burger King chicken fries?
I made an analogous reference.
Analogous. It's comparable.
Analingus. That's when you eat the booty like groceries.
Wait, what rapper said that?
Nobody.
I've heard that before.
I don't know. Wait, which
Meek
part?
Mills?
Which
I made
part?
that up.
Which part?
Eat the booty like groceries.
Oh, it's an internet meme.
Oh, is it?
It's just a meme.
Fuck.
It's a meme.
No.
But it was the soup in the sous vide. Comparing it to when you get your goldfish acclimated to the new tank
and
you
they're
cut
always
it up.
smiling. Yep.
Yeah,
got
and
it.
they're the snack that smiles back.
And then we went from fish to dead fish to the dead fish going
To
to
fish
the
sticks,
fish sticks.
and then I said fish sticks
And
are not
then-
my kid's preference. He prefers chicken fingers.
Got it.
Chicken
So the
fries.
sous vide machine.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to vacuum seal.
It's basically like an outboard motor for your food.
It almost reminds me of the thing. It looks like a larger version of the thing people clean their fish tanks with when you have the rocks in the bottom and it like just vacuums the rocks.
Okay, you mean my toilet brush?
Ew. Oh my God. It's worse than... Oh.
Hey, they're both cleaning poop off the side of something.
Yeah, no shit. That's why your plecostomus
Yeah,
got
no
so
shit.
big. Oh, good one. Damn, that's... Oh.
For those of you who don't know, a plecostomus is the sucker fish that cleans the glass of your tank.
It's also my spirit animal.
We had one when I was when I still lived in my parents' house. Lived with them when I still lived with their house. We had a
they had been gone for years.
but I wanted to keep the house company during the recession. So we had this fish tank, and we legit had this plecostomus that was like 1.5 feet long. It was like a small shark. It died, and we tried to flush it down the toilet, and
Clog the toilet.
We had to get a new house.
Dude, I was just thinking, you said recession, and I know we went through an economic recession, but okay, I always think about when you're living in history versus when historians talk about it.
Yeah.
They'll typically create terms and stuff that people didn't use at that time.
Right.
So like the Great Depression, people didn't call it the Great Depression in the late 20s.
Right. They didn't call World War One. They didn't call it World War One. It was the war to end all wars.
Yeah, they didn't know there would be another one.
Yeah. Like, you know what? There might be a second one. Let's call this one the first.
World War Volume 1. But do you think they'll call like what happened in like the, what was it, 2007 or 8?
It's been like the okay recession.
Or what if they call it the Great Recession? And like our kids in 10 or 15, or maybe our grandkids, probably better.
It wasn't even like a recession. It was like the housing bubble finally popped.
I know, like some people were devastated by it, and I get that.
Yeah.
And like whole industries collapsed, and I get that. But at the same time, like if our grandkids one day are like, did you live during the Great Recession? I'd be like, when the fuck was it? They'd be like, 06? And I'm like, yeah.
It was like 07 and like
Or
the start
08.
of 08. Yeah.
And
It
they'll be
wasn't
like,
even that bad.
they'll be like, how bad was it? I'm like, I had to use a couple Wendy's coupons.
Some people lost their job. They had to some people had to move into apartments.
Yeah.
Some people lost their house. Like their house got torn down. No. The bank
People
told
started throwing buckets of ice on their head.
no. They just didn't have enough money to pay their mortgage, so they had to move somewhere else. Like the bank took the house back. Well, what'd the bank do with the house? Well, they sold it to somebody else.
After collecting the PMI payment.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Fuck that insurance.
That's how FHA loans were created, Jimmy. Thanks, Fannie Mae. Yeah, they don't even have to call it like the recession. They should be like the subprime mortgage event of 2007.
I like that. I like that a lot. Next question. Do you think since we've pretty much gone to a plastic society in terms of people not carrying cash anymore, the average
And
income...
also the actual
How the fuck do you cut off
persona
my
of-
question?
the actual
Okay.
personality of people.
Ooh, good one. Regina George would be so happy that you
Yes,
said
that's
that.
where I was going with that. Thanks, Mean Girls. We're trying to make fetch happen.
But do you think that homeless people on average have lower income? Like if you could take a homeless person from 20 years ago when there was less money versus now when there's more money but it's all plastic and that Bitcoin shit.
Now there's more money, but it's worth less. That's
Yeah.
inflation.
Okay, so I'm not talking about adjusted value.
Okay.
So literally, I bet if a homeless person 10 years ago made $35,000 a year begging for money, which is not unreasonable. So if you make less than that, reconsider.
See, that's where the government's fucking up. They need to figure out a way to tax these
Homeless people.
God.
Yeah. God. And then the homeless people will declare themselves individual churches so they don't have to pay taxes.
Welcome to the Church of Hank.
This is the Church of Crud. Okay. Why did I just say?
Because it reminded you of the Church of Chud from the Indianapolis Colts.
Yes.
When we thought Rod Chudzinski was going to be our Lord and Savior.
Oh my God.
Our Lord and Savior, Chudzus Christ.
Can we call this the Church of Crud? Episode 63.
I'm okay with that.
All right, talk about something while I write that down.
Okay, something while he writes that down.
Okay, I have another thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, we had the war on drugs. We had the war on terror. Now we can have the war on the homeless. Because the whole, all of America's
I
existence.
definitely wrote the Church of Crub.
the Church of Microb.
The Church of Crub. Okay. God.
The Church of Crabopulus Michael.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
Did you see Rick and Morty got a ticket from a toll booth that they didn't pay or some shit
No.
in Delaware?
Rick and Morty? You mean Dan Harmon?
No, the Rick and Morty mobile.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I was dying. Another thing I want to talk about. So, there was a Reddit thread that happened this week that blew my mind.
A thread it?
A threadit that I read it.
Yes.
The question was,
Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? It's the question that gets asked in every single AMA.
yeah. Have you seen The Fundamentals of Caring
No.
on Netflix?
No.
Dude, I know.
I just started watching Shameless.
I know.
Well, I'm on season 6 now.
No fucking way.
Yeah, I just met Giannis.
Have you slept?
Yeah.
Wow.
On my brand new purple mattress.
Hold on, do that again.
On my brand new purple mattress.
Okay. That's our product placement,
Yeah.
Law and Order gong.
The gong.
Okay, so the premise of The Fundamentals of Caring, and then I'll get to this shit I was talking about. So there's this kid who has
Down syndrome.
muscle palsy. What is it?
Cerebral palsy.
No. Muscular
Multiple
dystrophy.
Multiple sclerosis.
No, muscular
dystrophy.
dystrophy? Yeah.
Muscular dystrophy.
Yes. Got black word of the day, dystrophy. This guy must be good at lifting weights. He got this muscular dystrophy. Okay, sorry. That was so stupid. And a shitty black guy voice.
Hey, he
Anyways,
had this muscular dystrophy. He must be really good at lifting weights if he won his muscular dystrophy. I don't know what the fuck dystrophy is.
but it muscular. Okay, that's stupid.
He buff as fuck though. He been lifting weights ever since he got out of prison.
Hey, can I do a black person impression for you?
Sure.
Okay, so this is a black guy. You're going to cut me off and ruin it?
No, I'll listen this time, I promise. I'll be
Okay.
like no black guy ever and listen.
Pretend it's a movie and just talk through it. Okay.
All right, I can do that, dude. I'll talk whatever the fuck you
What
want.
if we did a whole episode of you in black voice and me in black face? Okay.
Only, I mean, I'm down with that.
Me too, with my brown face. Okay. Jesus. Dude, for as many stupid things that I bought over the years that my wife seriously almost has left me about, or for, whatever the preposition.
Blackface was the one thing she was okay with.
Why have I not bought blackface? I bought
Because
a
it's
fucking...
just shoe polish.
Is it? No.
I mean, it could be whatever the fuck you want it to be. It
No,
could be any kind
seriously,
of
you just
makeup
blew
to
my
make
mind.
your.
I'm like, oh, it's not a thing?
That's what they used to use.
I have bought a megaphone. I have bought marshmallow guns.
You bought a what?
Good one. Okay, so the fundamentals of caring. Oh, wait, no, my black person.
Yeah, the fundamentals of caring.
Hold on, my black person. So this is a black fisherman that's telling his story about the one that got away, the fish that he lost.
Yeah.
That fish was off the hook.
Oh my god, dude.
Was that dumb?
That was the dumbest fucking shit I ever heard in my goddamn life.
Why is my D&D on and someone fucking quoted my tweet? It shouldn't.
Hold on, nephew. That's my new black guy phrase. Hold on, nephew.
What, they moved on from cuz?
I would have, cuz.
I can't wait for 10 more years. Well, my uncle. Okay. That was dumb. Well, my distant niece. All right, that's stupid. Anyways, the fundamentals of caring.
Yeah, the fundamentals of caring.
When you did the duck-sized horse or the horse-sized duck,
Yeah.
it reminded me. So the premise is there's this one guy who has muscular dystrophy,
Yeah, muscular dystrophy.
and he's like 19 or 20, and Paul Rudd is his caretaker. And
that dude from Role Models?
among other things. He was also actor number 8 to fall in the hole, and this is the end.
Yeah, he was in that movie too with Jennifer Aniston, Wanderlust.
Dude, fuck that movie. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this all episode?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny as fuck. They're gonna be like, "Hey,
What do we do to get you to break character?
when did y'all replace Jake with a black dude on a podcast?"
It doesn't even sound like the same person. Like, what if the actual listeners think that we...
Yeah, that's the fucking point. Like that's
Okay, back in character.
Yeah.
I don't like white Jake anymore.
yeah, me neither.
Okay, go back to white.
Okay, yeah, this is better. Said no one else.
It's 2/5 better.
Hey,
Okay.
I did something no one else ever did. I went black and then I went back.
Oh, shit. What is this button?
You just.
Oh, God. We'll save that for later.
I've been really trying, baby.
So in the fundamentals of caring, the guy with muscular dystrophy, he's like...
I can't
He's
pronounce
like-
it any other way.
Yeah, he's like, who do you think would... He asked Paul Rudd, he goes, who do you think would win a fight? Me or a bird? And I've never... I legit... Dude, you need to watch that movie. It's like, it's... I mean, it's like one of those movies that'll get you a little emotional at a certain point. But it's also... It has some of the funniest dark humor I've ever seen.
Dark humor, like in the same sense of like World's Greatest Dad.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
I'll probably get around to watching
Less
it
dicks.
next year.
Less
dicks?
But
I'm
Selena
not watching it.
Selena Gomez is in it. And
I'm going to watch it tonight.
this is how out of touch with pop culture I am. I had never seen her before.
Really?
I swear to God.
I watched, I was like,
She's kind of fucking
I was
hot.
like too old to be watching the Disney Channel, but I would watch The Wizards of Waverly Place because Selena Gomez was on it. It's
And
not
how old
weird.
was she, 14?
No. It's not weird because we're the same age. So she was
touche.
like 16 or 17 on the show.
So she was still old to be playing in kids shows.
No, because that's Disney Channel's like prime market right there.
Man.
There's a reason why Ariana Grande had her show on Nickelodeon when she was like 15 or 16.
If we have time at the end,
Thanks, Dan Schneider.
I do want to talk about pedophilia a little bit.
Oh yeah, now
the
we're
end of-
talking.
Oh, God. Black Jake just came out. What the fuck was I talking about?
You were talking about the fundamentals of caring.
No, I'm done with that.
Oh, okay.
The Reddit thing.
Yeah, the Reddit thread.
So the question...
Because the fundamentals of caring was its own off-topic tangent
Yeah.
from the Reddit thread.
It-
Got it.
But seriously,
Back on the
out of everything on Netflix, Fundamentals of Caring, I've watched it 10 times, 12 times.
10 times what?
10 times, 12 times.
So you watched it 120 times?
Times, yeah.
Okay. Times what?
10 to 20. Okay.
Okay.
Jesus, we both just had a stroke.
Of genius.
The question is, what is the weirdest thing about humans? And I wrote down some of my favorite answers that I never considered. 1.
They're the only species that can bite their toenails.
Wait, what?
Let me rephrase. They're the only bipeds that can bite their toenails.
I was like, pretty sure I watch my dog chew her nails all day long because I don't clip them. Number 1, jalapenos are hot because they don't want to be eaten. Humans cultivated them and made hotter versions.
Yeah.
Damn, crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's like it was a self-defense, but also that seems counterproductive because I thought most plants want to be eaten and their seeds be shit out. And I don't know if that's a cognitive choice.
That's
obviously.
that's why birds aren't affected by pepper seeds. That's how they get dispersed.
How do you know they're not how the fuck do you know birds aren't affected by pepper seeds?
I just fucking know. Birds can eat peppers without being affected by the heat.
Wow.
So they eat them. The seeds get shot out because that's where all the heat is. The heat is in the seed.
Have you ever had a ghost pepper?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, I think the heat is in the air around it. Those things are fucking.
The heat, the source, all the heat comes from the seed. That's why when you're preparing something like that, like you're supposed to scoop the seeds out.
Man, that's fucking crazy.
That's why, like bell peppers and shit aren't very hot, but that's why you're still supposed to scoop the seeds out.
Dude, okay, so there's also sweet peppers though.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Have you ever been to a Portillo's?
No. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Portillos.
The Mexican Italian beef restaurant. They do. Was that the Mexican? Okay.
I was gonna sing like some Dean Martin over that to be like an Italian Mexican.
But you can't do the music and sing
At the same time, no,
Yeah.
because I don't have a loop machine.
yet, dude. That would be a cool investment.
That would
Anyways,
be a cool investment.
Portillo's. They do Italian beef,
Portillos.
but the way when you order it, unless you specify, they'll take the beef out of the like au jus, but then they'll take like a scoop of the au jus and pour it over it. And the au jus is made, among other things, with sweet peppers.
Yeah.
And the seeds are still in it, and oh fuck, it's so good. If you
It's like like an Italian beef sandwich.
yeah,
That's like the whole
dude, don't act like you're an Italian beef sandwich professional. You've never been to Portillo's.
I've never been to Portillo's, but I have been to oddly enough, Giacomo's Pizza. They have an Italian beef sandwich.
Oh shit, I did know that. That's
Yeah.
also, I think Giacomo's is also from Chicago.
Maybe.
Damn. But yeah, if you're ever up in Fishers, so basically watch The Fundamentals of Caring.
It's called jardiniere.
Eat.
That's the pepper onion mix that they put for the Italian beef.
I'm blown away that you know that. Eat at Portillo's and give me a hand job.
Okay, I can do one of those two things.
One of those two. Okay, so we're past jalapenos. Another crazy response on this Reddit thread. Human females are one of very few species to have hidden ovulation.
Also, the only mammal to continue to have enlarged breasts, even like not during pregnancy.
Yeah, that was another one on there, but to me, I'm like,
But
duh. But could you imagine, like, I mean, some animals, like,
could you imagine if
their
like
butts get puffier or
could
something?
you imagine if like monkeys had like hot tits?
Tits. Sometimes they're not bad.
it'd be like looking at Big J Okerson naked.
Which is
Speaking
another
of,
goal.
he's in town
He
this
is,
weekend.
Yeah, he's at Morty's.
Oh man, I would.
But he cut his hair. Did you know that?
No.
I don't want to sound gay and be like, since he's gotten the haircut, he's less appealing to me. But yeah.
Yeah, he's like the epitome of like a bear. Like if
Yeah.
I like me,
Yeah.
just a big, pretty like moderately hairy guy.
You
that's
just need like
overweight.
6 more piercings in each ear and you would be Big Jake Okerson. Sorry. Hold on. What I meant to say was Big Jake Okerson.
Big Jake Oker's son.
Oh, God.
Oh my God! I just got the. Shit
I just
scared out of
tinkled.
me. Oh my God! Everything's falling apart here.
We're doing great.
Yeah, we're doing great. Everything's fine. There's not an earthquake going on. Oh goodness! Oh, I just had a heart attack. Oh my God! My chair broke.
Did it really break?
Our pets' heads are falling off. Dogs and cats living in harmony.
Dude, I used to fucking reference Dumb and Dumber all the time.
Yeah.
And I forgot I did it until you just referenced it.
That's because I, like...
Every time I had a list of more than 2 and I was yelling, the third one was, and our pets' heads are falling off. Speaking of which,
line in that
dude,
movie, though.
speaking of which, the next Reddit answer.
Did you know Jim Carrey actually was in character as Andy Kaufman for the entire time he played Man on the Moon?
Have you watched Jim and Andy
No.
on Netflix? Oh, fuck. Anyways, the next Reddit answer of the weirdest things about humans. The concept of pets. We capture other species not to eat or enslave them, but to be friends with them.
It's because we can't be friends with other people.
Or we're all lonely.
Yes.
Now, I know that there have been symbiotic relationships between humans and animals in the past. Like, I forget exactly where it is, but there were these birds that would, like, lead humans to game, and then humans would leave some meat for the birds.
Time to play the game.
Oh, I kind of have... No, I don't have that one. I have this one.
Finish him!
That's
And that's
even,
not even the same.
Yeah, that's not even close.
Yeah, it's a very limited soundboard.
Which is also false because you have like 46 pages that you're scrolling through. Yeah.
Jesus, that's annoying.
That sums up our inherent human loneliness.
Dude, did you read the next one?
No.
What the fuck? Because the very last one I wrote down is, we survive so well that we can freely complain about survival not being to our liking. How fucking crazy is that?
It's almost like if it were an innate human character trait.
Maybe. But you know how, like, they'll be like, well, humans aren't the only animals that rape. Humans are the only animals that suicide. Right? I mean, not counting suicide by stupidity. So, like, if a bird tries to... Like a penguin, I saw this video of a penguin tried to jump a gap and it just fucking missed.
Yeah, he should have went to Banana Republic instead.
Ooh, good one.
Or Old Navy. They're all owned by the same company. You know what else is weird? And this is completely unrelated to the human thing. It's weird how many how much stuff is owned by one company.
Completely agree.
Every single brand of anything on the planet is like
boils
owned,
down to like 4 different companies.
There's like 5 companies that exist on
It's
the
like
planet.
Yum Foods, Goldman Sachs, Berkshire Hathaway, Chase.
There was a big news article last week that Arby's was buying up Buffalo Wild Wings.
And that's not true.
But it's Arby's parent company is buying Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah. People don't even know. Also, like 20% of Arby's is owned by Wendy's.
Yeah. Well, because the only reason you and I know this because we both worked there, but Wendy's got bought by Wendy's and Arby's merged.
At Darby's.
Yeah.
We have the wheats.
A whole restaurant devoted to grains.
We should do that. We should open a vegan vegan anti-gluten all gluten, just an all gluten restaurant, but it's all vegan stuff.
Very gluttonous.
Gluttons for punishment. Glutens for punishment.
That's a good one. I thought about a coffee shop, but you only employ as your baristas Jewish men. Call it Hebrew.
Yeah, Hebrews.
Or Panera in India, and just call it New Delhi. That was stupid.
That's what they call. Well, that's actually what they call Subway over there. You have that New Delhi?
And here, God,
I
feel
they're
like
all Indians.
Yes, every fucking Subway in Central Indiana, all Indians.
I think it's the same family.
Dude, that's crazy. Also, Indians, I do believe in positive stereotypes.
We're talking about dot Indians. Casino
yeah.
Indians could never run a Subway.
They could barely do a trail. Sorry. Hold on, where is it? You get it? Okay. They can never hear. Okay.
Hey, yeah, Burning Ridge, can you manifest your destiny and make my fucking Italian BMT?
What's that from? Knocked Up? Why did I say Knocked Up?
Because you've never seen it. No, manifest destiny is what we called our taking over of the Western
But
lands.
where'd you
of the
come
United
up with the thing you just said?
I just made it up just now.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Dang, it sounded like a movie line. It was so smooth.
I know.
Dang.
Sometimes I do that.
I was just gonna say, like, a thing I've been doing recently is I'll guess completely wrong, but I'll do it with 1,000% confidence.
I've been doing that my entire life. Oh yeah, this guy totally doesn't have a taser.
Good one.
There's no way these guys are gonna rob us.
Speaking of tasers and getting robbed, do you sell Sling TV?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie it in. Okay. Do you have A&E on it?
A&E on it. You have A&E on it. A&E, are you okay? A&E, are you okay? Are you okay, A&E?
Why did I just talk like the fucking lady in the rallies drive-thru tonight?
A&E on it. Hey, you got A&E on it?
Yes,
Yeah.
onion on it.
French fries. You Pepsi Cola.
I feel like most of this podcast is just me asking if you've seen different things. Did you see Brian Regan's new special on Netflix?
Yes.
I did not like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
So I laughed, but I also it was finally the performance of when I went to see him like 2 years ago. Like that was the material he did when I went to see him when he was here.
I forgot that you went to see him.
Yeah, it was really like I thought it was really funny then.
Dang.
I didn't think it was like the funniest shit ever, but like I thought it was like consistently.
For as
like,
much as Netflix went into this year thinking they were going to revolutionize stand-up comedy with how many specials they were doing,
yeah,
they've all kind of disappointed.
it's in
Bill Burr's was kind of bad.
Here's the reason why: is because these guys are all coming off like career-making stand-up performances, and every stand-up performance you have can't always be your career-defining stand-up performance. So like,
then they need to do less.
You can't do less. Like fucking Brian Regan hasn't done a 1 hour special since like the epitome of hyperbole. The last like
which would have been what, like 2010?
09 maybe?
Okay.
The epitome of hyperbole?
Well, some comedians, I feel like they're trying to do that George Carlin thing of one special a year.
Yeah.
And it's like
The sweet spot is like 2.
2 per year? Yeah. Just
yeah. Yeah. Once every 2 years, maybe 3. Louis probably should take a break for like 4. Here's what he should do though. He should open his next stand-up special. Like, hey, you guys mind if I jerk off?
Oh my god, I would legit laugh so fucking hard.
Would be like one, you've automatically adjust the masturbating elephant in the room. Like you've made fun of it to the point like you don't necessarily have to talk about it for the rest of like you've addressed it, you've mentioned it, you made a joke about it. You don't have to talk about it for the rest of the special.
Can I? Okay, I talked to my
Can
wife.
I masturbate real quick?
I talked to my wife about this. I don't understand I understand, let's say 20% the wrongness of what he did. If what he did is strictly masturbate in front of women.
Yes.
If he criminally confined them in such a way that they had to watch him masturbate, that's illegal. If
Yes.
it's still indecent exposure or whatever.
No, it's not. He was in the privacy of his own hotel room.
Ah, fuck.
So here's what he should have done. And this is a
Put their mouth on it.
Yeah. So here is for future reference. If you're ever in a situation where you're in a room with women and you're not quite
have to be,
and you just have to be like you're going to physically die. You're like
your dick's on fire, your hand is water. Let's go.
You're like a female ferret in heat. You have to like get some sexual release or you're gonna die. Here's what you do. You say you don't ask if it's okay to masturbate. You say, hey, I'm going to masturbate real quick. You can stay and watch if you want to. Because then the onus is entirely on them. If they stand there and watch, they have chosen to stand there and watch.
You basically gave them a terms and conditions.
Like, I'm letting you know that I'm about to do this. So you've been given a fair heads up. So I told you could leave. You could leave. You could turn around and walk around at the door. But I'm going to do it regardless.
I do that to my wife sometimes. If we're sitting in the car, I'll lock the windows and go, I'm going to fart.
Hoping she'll tuck and roll.
If she stays in the car, it is her fault.
Yeah. Yeah, like the only reason the Louis C.K. thing I think is being like as blown up as it is because it happened at the same time as the Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, all that shit. If it happens like 3 years from now, or like if this all came out like 2 years ago, like when the whole Matt Lauer thing came out and Ann Curry left the Today Show because of problems she had with Matt Lauer. Now all of a sudden they're like, he's kind of a creep.
Yeah.
The other thing that's kind of weird is that for his like anyone associated, like anyone who's like moderately associated with the like liberal side of the political spectrum are like have been accused of any of this like sexual misconduct. They're all being like fired or like ostracized
and then
but
not arrested.
But there's a pedophile that's running for Senate in Alabama, and he's like might win.
It's people pick and choose. I'll never figure it out.
I just we have a president who's on the opposite side of the spectrum who has like 19 accusers of sexual misconduct. You know, it's all fake news.
All you got to do, you got to pull a Chris Brown and just keep working. And I know that sounds fucked up. Chris Brown, I mean, his career is still well.
Yeah.
He beat the fuck out of Rihanna.
But Chris Brown is hot and can dance and can sing.
I'll agree with two of those.
That he can sing and that he's hot?
I don't know if I've heard a song of his. Did he sing Hot and Her?
No, that was Nelly.
I got nothing.
Hit the song Run It.
But hold on. What I would
Let me see if you can run it. No, nothing.
Black and Yellow.
That was Wiz Khalifa.
Hey Baby.
That was Hurricane Chris.
I got nothing. I pretty much know. God, I worked at a Culver's for like 6 months in 2008 or 9, and every Mexican that worked in the kitchen would listen to Black and Yellow and A Baby on repeat.
No, what we say
So
in the
that
club? Hey, baby.
So that I knew that they snuck into this country in 2005.
Hey, baby.
um,
White girls, gangsters,
Yeah,
and the
but-
thugs. Hey, baby.
but Chris Brown just kept working. And people eventually let it... I mean, it's still like a running joke, which I think is fucking weird.
Yeah,
know?
because she couldn't even run from him.
And his punches were a joke. Okay, sorry. Another word.
No,
Yeah.
they weren't.
Louis C.K. needs to find someone that will do a special, like publish or produce a special.
They will. Like
Netflix will drop them.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
Guaranteed.
Dude, I promise you. I promise.
If they drop Kevin Spacey from...
They dropped Kevin Spacey for sexually assaulting a minor like 30 years ago. But like they're going to be like here's what happens like 3 years ago. Like Louis going to be like, "Yeah, I want to do another special." Like, "Yeah, I don't know if the heat's died down." Like all they did was jerk off in front of some women. I didn't even touch them. "Oh yeah. Yeah, let's do another 1 hour special."
I seriously... And you think they'll forgive him?
Yeah.
Man.
Louis C.K. is going to be much easier to forgive because his whatever you want to call it, his transgressions were much less egregious. Like, yeah, it's weird and kind of creepy, but it didn't actually fucking hurt anybody. Like, he didn't sexually assault anybody. He didn't grab anybody's dick at a movie
He
premiere.
grabbed his own dick.
He grabbed his own dick.
Yeah.
After asking permission, he said, "Hey, do you mind if I masturbate?" And he took their silent response as not a no. What's fucked up though is like one of the girls like gave him a thumbs up, and like apparently that's not good enough to constitute a yes.
Yeah. You have to blink once for yes or twice for no.
No, I feel like we're setting this horrible precedent where a woman can say yes, but yes doesn't really mean yes because she felt like she could have been coerced.
Dude, I'll never forget, and I don't know if that's still legally the case.
If you ask me if you can masturbate right now, if I give you a thumbs up, like, yeah, that means go for it. Or it means can I put my thumb up your butt? Like that's
at which point you get a hard blink. Or two blinks. Yes, yes.
Yes.
In California, at a certain point, the legislation's, and I'm going to fuck this up a little bit, but it said something to the effect of, if a guy and a girl are in a committed relationship, and then they finally have sex, and the guy leaves immediately after, like within X amount of time,
like he should.
it's rape.
Yeah, then that's fucking
And I'm
stupid.
like, ugh. Also, another interesting thing that happened, it sucks that we haven't recorded a podcast in like 3 weeks because it's a little less prevalent now. But that hashtag Me Too shit.
Oh my god.
I got a little tired of the women doing it. But I had a couple male friends that posted on their own Facebooks and Twitters and whatever, like, you know, I didn't rape or molest anyone, but I did take sexual advantage of a female once, and it's easy to do, and it makes you feel terrible after. And we as a
you
society,
fucking white knights should shut the fuck up.
we need to understand humans, for as advanced as we are, we have not come to terms with who we are sexually. You think about how many millennia it took to accept homosexuality. You know, and there's been homosexuality throughout history. Da Vinci had like a couple. I think his was
back
better.
in the ancient Romans and ancient Greeks, like it was like everybody.
I think
just
they fucked boys too.
everybody fucked everybody.
Yeah.
It was like Will Ferrell in not Tropic Thunder. That's a different movie.
Yeah.
Whatever movie the basketball movie, Semi-Pro. Everybody love everybody.
Yeah.
That's
God, what a reference.
everybody fucked everybody back then.
So homosexuality took us forever. Then you also think about, I mean,
There's a lot of gay fucking in the Bible.
yeah. But again, from a social standpoint, we couldn't accept it.
Yeah.
Fuck. What was the next one I was going to do?
Because we made violence
Oh.
okay.
Incest.
Yeah.
Specifically like parent to child. What year? I think it was a Shakespeare play where Oedipus had sex with his mom and
Yeah.
like married his mom.
A
And that was
Midsummer's Night's Dream.
Is that it? Oh. A Midsummer Night's Wet Dream. But anyways, and how many hundreds or thousands? When was Shakespeare? 1,000?
The Midsummer Night I Made My Mom Cream.
Podcast title?
It fucking took me 20 seconds to come up with it, but it was fucking worth it.
I was hoping you were thinking back to when Shakespeare was, and
No, I was sitting
you're
here.
making a Shakespearean porno.
I was thinking so hard on a great pun that this could be.
A2 Squirté. To pee or not to pee? God damn. Okay, it's either going to be the Church of Crud. I was like, what the fuck is Crub? Or A2 Squirté. Oh fuck. Anyways, whenever Shakespeare was, and then
Early 2000s.
good one. And then
BC.
I think it was Sigmund Freud that made the Oedipus complex,
Yeah.
basically saying boys want to fuck their mom. And then in
It's
2017,
when you say one thing, but fuck your mother.
an Oedipian slip or Freudian complex. Okay,
Freudian slip.
Freudian. Is it Freudian?
Freudian.
Fuck, I always say Freudian. I also can't say whatever Nietzsche.
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche?
I think it's just Nietzsche. Friedrich.
Like your
Friedrich-
target market is your niche.
Friedrich Nietzsche. I think so. Maybe it is Nietzsche. I don't know. He was the German guy, right? He wasn't.
Maybe.
He wasn't the one that like did terrible experiments. He wasn't. That's Joseph Goebbels.
Adolf Hitler.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, but think of all the
But
good
anyways,
things he did.
and then in 2017, incest porn is number one.
It's not real incest porn though. It's like stepbrother, stepsister. It's like it's close enough to taboo to like where
Yeah.
you're not really crossing any lines. It's close enough to taboo to where it's not like it's not weird because
It's
you're the
socially frowned upon, but not illegal. Or is it?
yeah.
Is it illegal to marry a step sibling?
In some states.
Dang.
Wait, a step sibling?
Yeah.
There's no blood relation, so I don't think it's
Yeah.
illegal at all
Jeez, it's fucking weird.
because you're not actually related.
And then to bring this all full circle,
To
The-
bring this human centipede full circle.
the last one is pedophilia.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a theme throughout history, and
Yeah.
we still socially shun it. But at a certain point,
Cool.
you know, a lot of
Rightfully so, I would argue. I don't think so. Here's the thing.
there is a
We-
gray area.
I don't think so. There's not a gray area of pedophilia.
There
But
is.
There's not. Here we go. Like there's like you can be a pedophile without being a child molester. I think we've both argued that point.
Yes.
Um,
And we did the one thing, probably 50
the
episodes
one
ago.
versus 100.
No, that was a good one. No, the
greater
one.
good.
No, the one where would you have sex with an 18-year-old girl? It's legal. Yes. Would you have sex with a girl who's 17 and 364 days?
Yeah.
And that's where that gray area
Only
comes
on a
in.
leap year.
Good one.
But the But we've talked about the fact that you can be a pedophile without being a child molester. Like the difference is acting on that impulse. Here's the problem though. Like,
when's our next leap year?
2020.
Really?
Yeah, I can see it coming.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my. Okay.
Joel. But so, like, first off, we need to stop lumping like 15 and 16-year-olds in as like pedophilic. Like it's like that's one. Like,
I agree. Once the person in question is sexually matured,
if she can star on a TV show on MTV about her pregnancy, that's the age cutoff.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: the problem is not like obviously like pedophilia is a problem, but the problem is it's not treated like any other mental disease gets treated. It gets treated as like this person.
Well, because people can't.
This person's a criminal and needs to be locked up instead of no. This person is like any other, like person with like a mental issue.
I don't know if it.
And needs
I
to
don't
be
know if it
treated
has
like,
been proven that it's a disease. There's a school of thought in psychology that pedophilic tendencies would be a symptom of a disease.
It doesn't.
I also think we need to call it two different things.
We also
up to 12.
We call alcoholism a disease, but it's the only disease you can get fucking yelled at for having.
Good one,
Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch. Up to 12, if you fuck a kid between the ages of 0 and 12, you have a problem. 13 to 17 and 364 days, it depends on the person.
No, between like 13 to 15 is still like 16 to 18. Like that's
dude,
not
girls are hitting puberty in the 4th grade now.
I know, but that doesn't like that's. I mean, I hit puberty when I was like 10. Does that mean I'm old? Like, does that mean I should have been able to vote?
If there was something to answer your stupid comparison, if there was something about hitting puberty that fully matured the decision-making lobe of your brain, then yes, you would be allowed to vote.
I'm with you. I think every single situation should be taken on a case-by-case basis, especially when it involves teenagers, because there are varying degrees of maturity in teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
And with but it's also, it's weird. It's like from a societal standpoint, it's weird to hear about a situation where a 16-year-old who is still in high school is hooking up with a guy who's like 26 or 27 or some shit like that. And it's like, because there's that age gap there.
Yes. Can I defend myself for a moment? Because this thing's going to get misinterpreted. I'm not saying it's okay to sleep with a 13-year-old.
I think we should. We should put that disclaimer out there. We're not advocating for it.
Physically.
I mean, I wish.
Physically, if she's sexually mature and you're sexually mature, physically, there's nothing I think wrong with it. But I would still drastically judge a guy for sleeping with a 13-year-old.
It's like. Here's the thing, like it's weird, but there are laws in place in a lot of states that like girls can get married under the age of 16.
Mm-hmm.
Like
with parent permission or some shit.
Some of them don't even need parent permission.
Jesus.
They're basically like, but yeah, like could you imagine like today, a 13-year-old girl could walk into a courthouse with a 35-year-old man, and her parents basically like sold her off to this guy like to go get married. And whatever they do behind closed doors is perfectly legal because they're a married couple.
Yep.
Like that's a fucking loophole. Like it's a loophole that probably gets exploited more than people care to like think about. There's like, man, there was like this whole the Franklin like pedophile ring. That was like a thing in like the 80s or 90s. Yeah.
And it was like multiple states or something.
All across the country. It was like that whole, like the thing with Jimmy Savile in England with like all those, like all those.
I don't know that one.
Well, it was like the same kind of concept where like it was this ring of like upper echelon, like either politicians or aristocratic like type people that like have a fuckload of money. They literally have fuck you money.
Yeah.
And like it was a child prostitution ring basically, and like it was the same kind of thing in the US. They call it like there's like it's never been fucking talked about like on any kind of like grand scale, but like if you do any kind of like basic Google research, you can find a fuckload of stuff talking about it.
And even a good one too, NAMBLA.
Yeah.
NAMBLA's
It's a real thing.
North American
Yeah.
Man Boy
South
Love
Park
Association.
didn't make that fucking shit up.
Yeah. They made up all the shit about Mormons, but not NAMBLA.
They didn't make the shit up about the Mormons either.
Dum 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 dum.
This is what they actually believe. But like, there's a there's a horrible shit that that goes on in our country that like just doesn't get talked about because like the people that are in the know don't talk about it, and like the people who don't know don't want to know.
Yeah.
Or
they get all their information from the people in the know, and the people in the know aren't going to talk about it.
Yeah, and the people, and what I'm talking about is Fox News.
You know how pissed I was when the Matt Lauer thing went down, and I did not think immediately to post the gift of Matt Lauer can suck it from Land of the Lost. I've seen that nonstop, and that was my favorite movie for 4 years.
That would have been perfect.
God, fucking damn it. And then there's also this gif of a girl walking towards Mr. Bean, to hug him, and he pushes her away and then shakes her hand. And that's another good one from what's been going on lately, and I fucking spaced it.
That would have been very appropriate.
The key to going viral nowadays is you got to be first.
The key to going viral is you have to be breaking a major news story.
Touche.
God,
we have that Twitter poll of what Hollywood celebrity can we say molested us, and if Michael Cera comes out it gets leaked that he's a molester, I'm fucking
Can
sharing
you be a
that
child
screenshot.
molester if you still look like a child, though?
I don't know, is it kiddie porn if they're both kiddies and you're a kiddie when you're watching it? Okay. Look if a 5-year-old watches child porn. Legit question. And I mean child on child.
It's a weird ethical conundrum, I feel like.
If two babies have sex and a third baby watches, okay, why am I doing this?
The third baby's sitting in his rocker, shaking his rattle.
Spinning his mobile with one hand.
Other hand in the diaper.
That's disgusting. Okay, I'm uncomfortable. Okay.
Perfect.
We gotta do real quick shout outs.
Real quick?
Yeah.
Why? Why do they gotta
because
do
my
real?
sous vide is done in 40 minutes.
Yeah, for those, and if you're not French, it's SOUS space VIDE.
Yes, it means without vide.
South.
No, that's sans.
Southvide.
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 So
Which
I posted
sounds
things.
like it's Russian.
I posted
Southvide.
things on Twitter and Facebook.
Oh yeah, you let people know that we're recording the episode. You get the feelers out, hey, you guys know we still do this thing, right?
Yeah, we got some good feedback. But the people I specifically have to shout out, we're gonna do Yeah You Know It 1991. Oh wow! Actually, I do know this person.
Hey, what up?
They're the co-hosts of the Keita and Jay show.
Hey, what up, Keita and Jay?
They found us when we were on SoundCloud.
Oh shit!
So they've been listening for a while.
That was I was just a young nigga back then.
At CDN Centrist.
I can't see your phone from here. No, you don't have to move it over here. I can't. I just saw a Canada flag. I just thought we got followed by the Canadian government.
No, his name is the Canadian on Twitter, and I get the feeling we have an abnormally large gay following, and I can't
That's
figure out
because of
why.
me.
I get the feeling gay.
I'm a bear. That's why we have such a large following.
I'm gonna have to be a furry or something.
No, that's a different thing.
Yeah. At Law Goddess AB. She's an okay, LAW.
Okay.
She's a decent law professor. Wow. She's an okay mom. She's a marginal wife.
So that means she was a shitty attorney.
And she is a sleep champion. So yes to what you just said. And she does not have her actual picture on Twitter, so she's probably ugly.
Af.
At
Those
Tonto.
Those who can't do teach, and those who can't teach gym.
And those who can't teach Jim, coach the Colts.
Oh!
Okay. That's a unnecessary rust. I can't go back to the soundboard right now. At Tonto1124.
Tonto, jump on it. Jump on it. Jump on it.
He likes space, #space games, and making new friends. So, and his picture is not him, so he ugly too.
His bio is just #MeToo.
This guy actually kind of made me laugh today. At Raymond_Federle, FEDERLE.
Any relation to Kevin Federle?
Close. He shared a story with us. He said in 2001, I was staying at a Madison Resort Hotel and called for some double chocolate cake to be sent to
A
my room.
Madison Resort Hotel?
I don't know. After the cake arrived, I took out my erect penis and furiously masturbated it in front of the cake before devouring it completely. I sexually harassed a piece of cake, and I asked him, "Do you remember what month?" And he said, "'Twas the month of love, silly. February. Possibly on or around the 14th. I'll have to check my bath salts usage log to be sure."
Is that like a poop log?
Close. I think we're going to get in trouble.
I don't think we are. It doesn't matter. Time isn't real. It's an imaginary construct.
Actually, no time has really passed, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Shit.
And there's no time like the present.
At the Ruby Destroyer with no E.
Is that that one girl that followed us forever?
The picture is a girl, but I get the feeling it's a gay guy.
Okay.
If you go through his
Cool.
media and keep scrolling, there's like pictures of a dude. And again, gay guys.
I'm okay with that.
At JakeOps02.
Jake
His
Ops.
profile says, "Twitter makes you grow up fast." Peace sign emoji. And
Makes your dick bigger.
Yeah, Pornhub. And at Stanny Ann.
Stan I am.
Stanny Ann.
Simply Stan.
The Stanny Ann is so boring. They use Crowdfire, I think it's called.
God.
And they got 9 new followers in 1 week.
Oh man, Crowdfire.
I'm like, the automatic follower generating app couldn't get you double digits.
Crowdfire. It makes your dick bigger.
Yeah.
But only if
And
you pay money.
the last Twitter shout out goes to at Amish Bee Machine from the Amish Baby Machine podcast.
Oh man, I love them.
They are 172 episodes in, and their most recent episode they talk shit about Justice League.
How do Amish men have a podcast?
No, Amish babies.
Amish
Once you're
ba-
3, you have to let the
How do Amish babies have a podcast? Their
good.
beards aren't even in yet.
Good question.
What are you doing?
My Facebook.
My Facebook. More shout outs?
Yeah. Fuck. We got way more than I thought.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, Michael Sin Dormir, which means no sleep, Lee says,
Oh man, that's so clever.
"How do I listen in?" He's my stepbrother, and
You
he's just now listening 63 episodes in.
You fucking listen to whatever thing you listen to music with, like type in Jake, and then Josh, and then click on the thing that looks like Bob's Burgers.
I started wondering, he has an Android phone, but he doesn't have, like, fuck.
Google Assistant.
He doesn't, I don't think he has that, but he also doesn't have Google Play, and I'm like, oh, fuck. How does he listen?
What the fuck does he have? A Galaxy S2?
Maybe. Why am I saying at? George says, yes, batch.
Batch. What up, Batch?
Victor says, why me?
George Fuhrer.
Yeah. Victor's gamer tag is El Crazy Chivo, CHIVO on Xbox.
Fun fact, his name is the only time he'll ever be declared the winner of something.
This person I think you know.
Yeah.
Danny?
What up, Danny boy?
Shout me out or roast me. I'm really cool with either.
I'm not gonna roast you, Danny. I like you. You're a cool guy.
What happens when you roast a redhead? Abraham, actually
Dave.
one of the guys I had
Dave.
explosive diarrhea with for 3 days.
Why would you post, Abe? Why would you post saying ignore? You're just supposed to ignore.
Man, who knows? Jimmy, who has to be one of the funniest people I ever met in my life, said, yeah, the Oklahoma crotch grabbers proving today why they'll be national champions. Do you remember when that Oklahoma guy
Grabbed his dick.
Yeah.
He Marshawn Lynch. Jimmy. Fun fact. I don't know Jimmy, but I am friends with him on Facebook. He is my favorite old man version of Fievel Mouskowitz.
Dude, that's so appropriate.
I know.
Oh my god. Him and I are actually talking about writing a book together where it's
your screenplay for Catch 22.
a good one. It's going to be like a memoir / fictional autobiography, but it'll be written from 2 perspectives, kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde. So it'll talk about like the Jekyll's experience here and then the Hyde's experience with it.
So it'll be like a Catch 22.
Ooh, good one. Jordy posted a GIF of
It's
a woman
Geordi.
rolling. Yeah. of a woman rolling up a window, which is what happens every time he walks past a car.
It's also what's going to happen when he gets in that INS van later.
Dude, you're better at this than me.
You did say you want to be your roast master for your 30th
Okay,
birthday
here's our
roast.
last one. Josiah.
Josiah. Oh man, I legit couldn't tell at first that was just shitty headphones or a shitty neck tattoo. I wish it were a shitty neck tattoo. It'd give you more personality than anything else about your picture.
Oh, fuck. What's so weird, I haven't seen him since I was junior in high school.
He has the hairline of Nicolas Cage and none of the acting ability.
God. Fuck.
His shitty facial hair is like if oh fuck, what's the
Pete from a Goofy movie.
no, what's the guy's name, the V for Vendetta guy, the Guy Fawkes. He's like if Guy Fawkes
You're
was
like, what's the guy? His face mask
can't
looks
remember
like
his
a
last name.
fox.
he's like if Guy Fawkes with a Hitler youth.
I like that.
Go away.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Hold on, I want to roast more people. That was fun.
Oh, that's all we have.
That's all we have.
Yeah.
Can I just not continue to roast Josiah? He was a real
Yeah.
his family probably spent a whole lot of time roasting other people in the 1940s, so it's his turn. Hashtag me too.
Keep going.
I want more pictures to look at.
I mean, he is an easy target, like his low sperm count goals.
Hashtag squat goals.
Hashtag squirt goals. Okay.
Hashtag no squirt.
Hashtag A2 Squirté. Okay. I'm not gonna let that go. Never gonna let you.
He looks like the dad from the meth maker in Shameless. Monica's meth making
Fuck.
boyfriend that lives in the trailer.
Dude, I am really blown away at how quick you've worked through Shameless. And I only say that, I don't say that from a time standpoint or like whatever. Legit, I can't watch 2 episodes in a row without having to like stop, collect myself,
And collaborate and listen. Ice
Yep.
is back with a brand new invention.
and then jump around.
Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like
Jump
a harpoon daily
around.
and nightly. Will it ever stop? No, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll blow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up the stage, watch you jump like a candle. Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go kill myself.
Just shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. Just
Shake that ass,
bitch, and let me.
Are you twerking on top?
I'm doing
What is that called? Pop, lock, and drop it? The pop, drop, and roll?
Instead of twerking, I just move my shoulders out and like arch my back a little
Would
bit.
you ever work as a male stripper?
I'm like a cat that's about to throw up. Is what I'm doing right now.
Would you ever work as a male stripper?
Would I?
Yeah.
Yes. Will I? Yes. Am I going to?
Yes.
It's up to you.
Good one.
I always imagine myself being like Chris Farley in that Chippendale sketch from Saturday Night Live.
I had a boss when I first started working.
Sorry. I've dreamed of being Chris Farley in that sketch from
I've dreamed
Saturday
of being inside Chris Farley in that. Okay.
Wait, you mean like inside of him or like
I want to be
inside of
wearing
Chris,
his
in like a Chris
skin.
Farley suit working the controls?
Yes.
Gotcha. Like the guy from Men in Black.
I was just going to say the little Merovingian aliens.
The Merovingian.
Wait, what's the Merovingian?
The Merovingian is from The Matrix.
Fuck.
He was
The
like
Frenchman.
Yeah. He's like the guy that like was the boss of those two
Yep.
weird
The
albino
ghost.
twins.
The twins, yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, the twins were also referred to Persephone's tits.
Good one.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Ooh, that was a good one.
I don't ever think I've come harder for CGI than I did during The Matrix Reloaded.
God, when her fucking cooch was that piece of pie and then it turned into the numbers. Do you remember that?
What?
In The Matrix Reloaded, the Merovingian's wife,
Persephone.
yeah, he's eating like a piece of pie or cake
Yeah.
or some shit, and then it like zooms in on her crotch, but as it gets close, it turns into like the numbers.
The code.
Yeah, the Matrix code.
Fun fact, the beginning part of the movie when it pans to like Mr. Anderson inside the office of his work building, the guy cleaning the window and squeegeeing the water away is supposed to represent obscuring the code of the Matrix.
Oh my God. That's not a fun fact.
Hashtag symbolism.
He's supposed to be representing. No, if
It's supposed to represent, like, that's what it's supposed to represent.
okay, but that's not that fun of a fact.
Okay, hashtag me too.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Hashtag me too.
We did a good episode.
We did good, kid. That'll do, pig.
Wrong kid died.
That'll do, pig.
I got cut in half pretty bad, Dewey.
Okay, wrap it up.
Oh, sorry, you were talking to me.
Yeah, put a condom on.
All right. Hashtag me too. Yeah, that's the end of the episode. Hopefully, if you guys are good for Christmas, we'll all, we'll do another episode before Christmas.
Maybe.
Or if you're bad, you'll get
Santa's not real.
you'll get images of me dressed up as Chris Farley from that Saturday Night Live sketch. Or if you're gay and you're into bears, like
I said, wrap it up.
Sorry, it's been a while since I did this. You wrap it up.
Okay, please follow us at Jake Josh Podcast on Twitter. You have 1 day left to vote on our Twitter poll of what Hollywood celebrity molested us.
You also have 1 day left to actually accuse a celebrity of sexually assaulting you before
Society moves on from that topic.
They move on to something else. Like the next week, it's going to be you pour ice over your head to support sexual assault victims.
We already did that. It's going to be like put your feet in a bucket of ants to support uncles.
Dunk your socks in Drano to support.
God, do you remember it was much smaller?
Wrap it up.
It was much smaller, but right around the time of the ice buckets, people were also sucking on bottles, make their lips huge.
the Kylie Jenner
yeah,
lip
maybe,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid.
God damn.
That was almost as dumb as the ice bucket challenge.
And people were upset that some people around the same time, people were upset that the Confederate flag was like more mainstream now. And I'm like, okay, obviously we're not as smart of a society as we thought.
I see a remarkable amount of Confederate flags in Indiana for a state that was never part of the Confederacy.
I saw a white people Twitter the other day,
Yeah.
and it was like I was in New York the other day, and a black man was like, "Hey man, Yankees win," and he goes, "Yeah, you're free."
Yeah, like 150 years ago, dude.
Yeah, old news.
Did you not get that?
God damn. That's why your last name's Freeman. Okay, because he's a free man.
His first name was Morgan.
All right, follow us on Twitter at Jake Josh Podcast.
Morgert Morgan.
God, that'd be the best tweet ever. Email us at Jake and Josh Podcast at gmail.com.
Jake and Josh.
Jake and Josh.
Email.
Please rate and review us on iTunes. We did get a new rating, 5 stars.
Did we?
Someone said it's the funniest amateur podcast he's listened to, and he's listened to at least 4.
Oh, man.
So we're in the top
high
25th
praise.
percentile.
This has been the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals.
Dude, that was a good Trump.
I know.
Now do
I've been
Pennywise.
I can't.
I
I
know,
can't do it.
All right. Yeah, seriously, thank you for listening, though.
Yeah, tweet at us at real Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, give us the nuclear launch code.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Kofifi.
All right, we're done. All right, goodbye.
Hashtag Bigley.
Goodbye.